my beautiful people, welcome back to Alazaes Beauty. Now this is your first time being here, welcome, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a quick little tips of how to find the right foundation for yourself. Alright, now this is one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people do, and a lot of people wonder, how can I find my foundation? So I'm going to give you guys some quick tips how to find it. Number one, you definitely need to know your skin type, meaning is a oily skin, dry skin combo. And why is these so important? Because knowing your skin type will determine what kind of foundation you need. For example, I'm oily skin, so I will have to look for foundations that are oil free, because that will help me keep, stay more matte instead of being more greasy throughout the day and stuff. So, alright, so second will be, what kind of undertone are you? Are you more in the reddish and the goldish? You need to determine, what kind of shade you are in. And that way, not just that, but you could easily quick and find your foundation ASAP. So, and if you need help with that, you go to Sephora or Ulta, and they'll be willing and more helpful to, help you find your foundation for your skin type. All right. The third one would be, what kind of coverage do you want? Do you want light coverage, full coverage, medium coverage? You need to determine what kind of coverage do you want. Most people want full coverage, but sometimes they don't even need it and stuff. So definitely determine what kind of coverage you want. Especially if you're a beginner, I would suggest always go with either a BB cream or just a medium coverage that you could build up. That way oh, I don't need that much coverage. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, and try foundations. Go to Sephora or Ulta, get samples, go crazy. Try to determine what works for you, because whatever works for you may not work for someone else, or vice versa. So definitely go ahead and get the samples. That's one of the reasons I love going to Sephora or Ulta, because they'll give you samples, and that way you could, test it out before, you go ahead and, full price purchase a product and stuff. And that is one thing it is a must to splurge on. If you could spend money on anything, I will highly recommend foundation. Even if it's a drugstore foundation, whatever it is, make sure it's a foundation that fits your needs. All right. So the next thing would be, so how do I apply my foundation? So that will also determine what foundation you're buying. So if you're buying a liquid foundation, for example, you could apply with a beauty blender, a flat brush, it's all up to you. So for me personally, I love using a flat brush. That's just me. I love flat brushes. For me, I feel like that was the best. I tried the beauty blender, but unfortunately for me, I just didn't like the way my coverage looked and the way the finish looked at the end. For my preference, I didn't really like it. And I know I have friends and family who love the beauty blender, and they're like, nope, beauty blender all the way. But for me, will be the flat brush. So, in the flat brush that I use doesn't even have to be expensive. I actually use the Wet n Wild flat brush, and that's normally like $3, and it works excellent. So, in the foundation, for example, that I use is actually the MAC Studio Fix. Right here, MAC Studio Fix. And this was in the color and shade NC40. So in case you're wondering, because we're the same skin type. And I personally love it because it gives me a nice coverage and it keeps me matte throughout the day, which I love. And I have compared it with a lot of different foundations. And I know I had so many people upset about me comparing it with the Fenty. But unfortunately, the Fenty did not work for me. Not that Fenty doesn't work, but it just didn't work for me personally and stuff. And I do have friends and family who have tried Fenty and have oily skin as well and loved it. But for me, unfortunately, it didn't work for me. So I just stick to the one I know and I love it. So far, the MAC Studio Fix has helped me out a lot. And also, if you ever tried Becca, that one is an excellent one as well. So either or. And if you're looking for a drugstore brand, I highly recommend the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. That one, if you're oily skin, wonders as well. I love it too. So I hope these tips work real quick for you. And don't forget, you're beautiful no matter what. Bye-bye.